So it's day 2 of the bleak midwinter in Scotland. So this morning I woke up, I've got no running water because it's frozen solid. There's no running water on the park because the tap's been turned off and it's frozen. The toilet is frozen. How can the toilet be frozen? And the gas is frozen. So no gas, no water. So it's like living in my old van again. So it's like third world, and I've just put my hat on now because I'm going to go outside, but it's so cold. Anyway, another day of no work because of the ground being so solid. So what I'm going to do is just regardless, I'm going to go back to work tomorrow regardless and just do what everyone else is doing and just get on with it. Obviously I can't do my usual job, so I'll just do something else instead. But yeah, but this morning I thought, oh gosh, and then I thought, oh, the poor birds. And then I remembered I had some bird seed, so I've put that outside for the birds. But oh my gosh, isn't it bleak? I love it, but it's miserable at the same time. So I've gone through 4 litres of kerosene on the Chinese heater in 24 hours, which is a lot. But it's costing 78p a litre, so it's, just call it 4 to 5 quid I've used or something in 24 hours. But it's not warm in the van. It's keeping an ambient temperature, but I can get to about 16 degrees, which is alright. But I'm doing other stuff, like I'm putting candles on everywhere as well, because the candles give off a bit of heat. So it's just a case of playing about with all different stuff. But I need to come up with a way to keep the regulator from freezing. Now last night there was a noise in the awning, and it was like a furnace going on full, like you know, like you could hear it going zzz, and it goes outside and it's coming from the fridge. And I thought, oh my gosh, what is that horrible sound? And it turns out it's the gas, because I had the fridge freezer on the gas as well. And I think what's happening is it's getting like backflow, so something to do with the gas going up and down because of the regulator. And it sounded like it was overworking, if that makes sense. And it freaked me out, so I've put it back onto electric. But the van is it's one of those things, because I've not been in a van that works before. They've always been substandard vans, so I'm used to it. But when I came to this van, it had everything working. It was like moving into a house with all the mod cons, and I thought, oh, this is great. So having all the mod cons and then suddenly they're not there anymore feels more hard than not having them at all, which is bizarre. When I was in my other van, I didn't have anything like this. I didn't have gas, I didn't have any kind of running water. So I'm just back to where I was, really. It just feels more of a hardship when you have it and then it goes. I think you get used to, if you're doing something that's quite a struggle, you get used to it and it becomes a way of your life. But as soon as it's gone, you feel it really bad. So even though I'm off work, part of my day to day has been spent trying to get heat, water melted, gas regulator defrosted, and just try to keep warm. And that feels like it's part of my day. But I'm just going to nip outside and show you just how cold it is up here in Scotland at the moment. Right, I'm just going to check this tap again, see if it's working. No, still frozen. Okay, right. So we'll go outside and have a look and see what's going on out there. Oh, what a lovely time. Oh, it's freezing. That is freezing, freezing, freezing. Look what I wrote this morning. Look. Can you see that? I'm freezing. Brrr. Let's look at this. I've put the birdseed out on here. Gas regulator, I've took these off. Solid. And it's this, keeps freezing up all the time. Propane gas, frozen. So I need to find a way to stop it. I've wrapped cling film, bubble wrap around it, and it hasn't worked. Freezing cold, man. And then the ground is solid. Water. Oh, dearie me. You can see on the top of it, it's frozen. It's got a frozen thing there. You can't see in the water there. Chunks of ice in there. And this is the heater. And it's been filled up to the top. But it's on number 6, so that's not going to last 2 minutes. Look at that though. Isn't it gorgeous? Look, oh, look at Mull. That's Mull over there in the distance with all the snow. But you can see the ground is just completely frozen. And when your job is to dig the ground, you're not going to be doing much of that in this, are you? Oh, the chill factor is horrible. Freezing cold. You can hear the heaters working really hard. Frozen at the caravan. Look. It's not as frozen as it was this morning because that's defrosted in there because that was frozen. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, back to the van of despair. Freezing cold. Black hole of Calcutta. Oh. Well, that's another day of cold ice, but I am going back to work regardless tomorrow. I don't care if we're stood outside freezing to death. I don't care. Tomorrow I shall be back at work and I will freeze with the other staff. And I'm putting these lights on. I've even had to put candles in the toilet. Look, this is the shower room here. Look at the state. I've turned it into a wardrobe because you can't use the shower because it uses too much water, and I've only got one water pump thing, one water tank, and anyway how it works is easier just to go to the shower block. So that has come in handy as a wardrobe. And I haven't finished my bedroom yet, but I'll just put the light on. So I love the wallpaper. I had to go with the curtains. I hate them. That's the pair I've done. But if you look, the curtain on the right is shorter than the one on the left. And the reason for that is because that window is deeper than these windows. And so I didn't know. When I got the van, all the curtains were down, and I presumed they were all the same length. And so what I did is I paired off a wide curtain with a less wide one, which is what you do on these windows, and thought, there's your pair. But turns out that the other curtain is that one. Can you see? The one on the right there is lower than that one, so that one's supposed to be on the back with that one there, I think. Either way, I've done them wrong, so they all need redoing, and I didn't buy enough material anyway, and I don't like the colour, so I'm going to redo them. I don't know what colour, I haven't decided. I don't like the gold that's in, although it kind of does go with the gold bedding, which my mum bought for me, by the way. But what colour, I don't know. We've put the pelmix back up. I just don't know what to do, which way to go with this. So I've got the ceiling to do as well. That's wood. So shall I paint or paper or drape? I could drape, just put material it. That's my rubbish on the side of bed. Candles, headphones, cup of tea that's gone freezing cold, peanuts, books. So that's the end of today's waffle, I think. Or no, I'll do another one later. I'm just going to keep waffling all the time because I like to have a bit of a moan. If I'm off work, what am I supposed to do myself? I just don't know what to do. Yesterday I went Christmas shopping. Today I can wrap all the presents. That's what I will do today, wrap presents. And I'm going to help Paul with the car because it needs sorting out. So today will be spent doing something, and then I'll probably have an early night, and then tomorrow back to work. 3 days, Friday, Christmas party. And I only know one person at the old place, and there's 100 going, and I know one person there, so that's going to be fun. Hopefully by the time I come away from there I'll know more than one person. So that's it for now.